Manchester Mental Health Unison branch. We represent health workers across Manchester, and thank you very much. I want to start really by thanking every single one of you that's here in the square today, and all the thousands and thousands of people who've offered me personal solidarity over the last 2 weeks. I think when you're faced with a £10,000 fine for organising a very, very safe protest, I think there's something that's designed to intimidate you from ever coming out and ever doing that again, and it's designed to intimidate everybody else too. And when you get the sort of support that you've had from people around the country, where within a couple of hours of GoFundMe things going up on Facebook, well over that £10,000 was raised, I think you have to say it sends a message to our government about whether or not people believe that as health workers we have a right to protest, as ordinary people we have a right to protest. And to be honest, we have an awful lot to protest about. I work in the health service, and we've had, hundreds and hundreds of our colleagues die as a result of decisions that this government has made. We have not had the proper PPE, so we've had people in masks that are 6 years out of date, that don't fit. That means that people who are trying to care for those who are really, really unwell become really, really unwell themselves, and some of those people die. We have never dealt with death on the scale that we've dealt with before, and it's been exhausting for our health workers, and it's been completely and utterly traumatising for our health workers in the last year. And it's been traumatising watching people die without their families by their side. It's been traumatising telling families that their loved ones are going to die and they can't be by their side. It's been horrible, and disproportionately, both in the health workers who've died, but in the other patients that we've had to deal with COVID, has been a disproportionate number of black and minority ethnic. And the government know that. They've done reports that show that. And what have they done about it? Absolutely nothing. So we are still dealing with a disproportionate number of black and minority ethnic people who are dying as a result of the mismanagement of our pandemic. And all of it is avoidable. There are countries in the world, poorer countries than Britain, who have managed to deal with COVID and have had less than 100 deaths. We've had 130,000 deaths, and that's because they continually put the care of things like PPE and test, track and trace in the hands of private companies who are more interested in making money than they are in protecting you and me from dying from a preventable disease. And we in the health service know that we didn't have enough resources to deal with COVID. We didn't even have enough resources to deal with the people who were ill in Britain before COVID. We've had 10 years of austerity where the bankers gambled, and when they lost, when they win, they win, and when they lose, we pay. That's the world that we live in at the moment, and that's the austerity that they've thrown back at us because of it. And our health service has lost 17,000 beds in the last 10 years, and we had 100,000 unfilled vacancies of jobs that nobody would do, because working in the health service has become so exhausting with no end to it year after year after year. And I think when we then said we want a commitment from this government that your attitude to our service and to other public services is going to change, we were told everyone else will get 0% and we need to be grateful for 1%. Well, I tell you, we are not grateful, we are furious. Furious because we know that that will make this world worse. It will make it worse for all working class people, and it will make it particularly worse for black people. And we have a government that wants to divide and rule. It wants to split us up and separate us. It wants to say that somehow migrants are a problem, that they're the people who are eating up your beds. It's not that it's migrant workers who are filling up our hospital and our medical appointments and our And in my view, we should welcome every single migrant that's come to this country, and we need more of them, not less of them. They're all welcome here. They make our world a richer, better place. And why on earth bigoted Tories should be allowed to continue to spout racist nonsense is a mystery to me and all the people that I work with. So I think we have to, because the world is not changing unless we make it change. We didn't get any of the rights that we've got until we fought for them. And that's why, as health workers, as workers, as white and black people together, as women, as men, as straight, as anybody, we will stand together. We will say to this government, we will not stop until your destructive policies stop destroying our life. We have to stop putting profit before people, and we want to carry on. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for the immense support that I've had, because without your support I wouldn't have had the battle to come back and do more protests, but I think we have to do more protests. So we give you notice, government. We're here today and we will be back. Thank you.